Hello everyone and welcome to Old Coins TV channel. If you love exploring the world of coins, their history, value, and rare discoveries, you've come to the right place. Here, we'll share exciting information about coins from around the world, from ancient treasures to modern currency. So, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and hit the bell icon to never miss our latest videos. The 1954 D1 cent is a classic example of mid-20th century United States coinage and belongs to the famous Lincoln wheat cent series, which ran from 1909 to 1958. This coin was struck at the Denver Mint, and the small letter D, mint mark, placed just below the date on the obverse, identifies its origin. Although it is not considered a rare coin, the 1954 D cent holds lasting importance because it reflects American history, economic stability, and traditional coin design during the post-World War II era. Collectors appreciate this coin not only for its affordability but also for its connection to a long-running and beloved series that shaped U.S. numismatics. The year 1954 was a time of recovery and growth in the United States. The nation was experiencing industrial expansion, population growth, and increased everyday commerce, all of which created a strong demand for small denomination coins such as the cent. Because of this demand, the Denver Mint produced a very large quantity of cents in 1954. These coins were used daily in shops, schools, transportation, and businesses, making the penny an essential part of American life. The 1954 D penny therefore represents a period when coins were heavily circulated and truly served as tools of daily exchange rather than collectibles. The obverse of the 1954 D cent features the iconic portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, facing to the right. This design was created by Victor David Brenner, whose initials, VDB, appear subtly at the bottom of Lincoln's shoulder on the obverse. Above Lincoln's head is the motto, "In God We Trust," a phrase that had become firmly established on U.S. coinage by this time. To the left of Lincoln's portrait appears the word, "Liberty," symbolizing freedom and democracy, while the date 1954 is located to the right, with the D mint mark directly below it. The overall appearance of the obverse is balanced, dignified, and timeless, which is one reason this design lasted nearly 50 years. The reverse of the coin displays the famous wheat ears design, which gives the series its popular name, the wheat penny. Two curved wheat stalks frame the central inscriptions, 1 cent, and United States of America. Above these words appears the Latin motto, E pluribus unum, meaning, out of many, one, a phrase that reflects the unity of the American states. The wheat ears symbolize agriculture, prosperity, and self-sufficiency, values that were especially meaningful in earlier decades of U.S. history. By 1954, this design was nearing the end of its use, making the 1954 D cent part of the final chapter of the wheat penny era. The 1954 D1 cent is composed of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, a composition used for most Lincoln cents prior to 1982. The coin weighs 3.11 grams, has a diameter of 19.05 millimeters, and features a plain edge with no reading. The high copper content gives the coin its familiar reddish appearance when new, though over time exposure to air and handling causes the surface to darken into brown or red-brown tones. This natural aging process plays a major role in how collectors evaluate and value the coin today. The Denver Mint produced approximately 251 million 1954 D cents, making it a high mintage, common date coin. Because of this large production, many examples survive in circulated condition. However, despite the high mintage, truly high quality examples, especially those with full mint luster and bright red color, are much harder to find. Many coins were heavily circulated, cleaned improperly, or stored in poor conditions, which reduced the number of premium quality specimens available to collectors today. The condition of a 1954 D cent greatly affects its desirability and value. Coins are graded using the Sheldon grading scale, which ranges from poor P1 to mint state MS70. In addition to wear, collectors pay close attention to the color designation, which is especially important for copper coins. Most 1954 D cents are classified as brown BN due to oxidation over time. Coins that retain some original color are labeled red-brown RB, while those with nearly full original copper color are designated red RD. Fully red examples are the most desirable and command the highest prices. In lower grades such as good, fine, or very fine, the coin shows noticeable wear, especially on Lincoln's hair and the wheat ears on the reverse. In extremely fine condition, much of the detail remains sharp, and wear is limited to the highest points. Uncirculated examples show no wear at all and often display strong mint luster. Finding a 1954D cent in high mint state with full red color is challenging and rewarding for collectors. While the 1954D cent does not have a famous major variety like some earlier wheat pennies, collectors still search for mint errors. These may include off-center strikes, die cracks, lamination errors, clipped planchettes, and repunched mint marks. Such errors occurred during the minting process and can significantly increase the coin's value, especially when they are clearly visible and well preserved. Error coins add excitement and uniqueness to a collection, even for a common date issue like the 1954D. In circulated condition, the 1954D cent is usually worth only a small premium over face value. However, its value increases steadily with better condition and color. Brown circulated examples are inexpensive, making them perfect for beginner collectors. Red brown and red uncirculated coins are more valuable and are often purchased by advanced collectors completing high-grade sets. Error examples or professionally graded coins can reach significantly higher prices. The 1954D Lincoln wheat penny plays an important role in American numismatics because it represents a mature stage of a classic design that would soon be replaced. Just 4 years later, in 1958, the wheat reverse was retired and replaced by the Lincoln Memorial design. This makes the 1954D cent part of the final generation of wheat pennies, increasing its historical and emotional appeal among collectors. Although the 1954D 1 cent is not rare, it is rich in history, tradition, and symbolism. It reflects a time when American coins were made almost entirely of copper, when designs emphasized agriculture and unity, and when the penny was a powerful symbol of everyday life. For collectors, students, and history enthusiasts, the 1954D Lincoln wheat cent remains a meaningful and educational coin that connects the present to the past. Beyond its basic historical and physical description, the 1954D Lincoln wheat cent also serves as an excellent example for understanding how U.S. coinage aged naturally over time. Because it was made of 95% copper, the coin reacts strongly to its environment. When stored in dry, stable conditions, many examples developed smooth brown surfaces with even toning that collectors often find attractive. Coins exposed to moisture, heat, or chemicals, however, frequently show spotting, dark stains, or corrosion. This natural aging process teaches collectors how copper behaves over decades and why original surfaces are so highly valued in numismatics. Another important aspect of the 1954D cent is its role in die life and die wear studies. Because so many coins were struck, mint dies were used extensively. As a result, collectors sometimes find examples with soft details, especially on Lincoln's hair and the wheat lines. These are not always signs of circulation wear but rather evidence of worn dies used during mass production. Studying these coins helps numismatists understand how the U.S. Mint balanced speed, efficiency, and quality during periods of high demand. The 1954D cent is also frequently used in educational collections. Schools, beginner coin clubs, and new collectors often include this coin because it is affordable, historically rich, and easy to identify. It allows students to learn about mint marks, coin grading, metal composition, and design symbolism without the pressure of handling a rare or expensive coin. Many experienced collectors today remember the wheat pennies of the 1950s, especially the 1954D, as among the first old coins they ever owned. From a collector's psychology perspective, the 1954D penny holds emotional value. For many people, wheat cents were found in pocket change well into the 1970s and 1980s. The 1954D cent therefore represents nostalgia and discovery, reminding collectors of a time when searching through everyday change could reveal coins from earlier generations. This emotional connection keeps demand steady even though the coin is common. The coin also plays a role in set building, particularly for those assembling complete Lincoln wheat cent collections by date and mintmark. While not difficult to acquire, collectors still seek well-matched examples that fit the overall quality of their sets. A collector aiming for a uniformly high-grade set must be selective, as finding a 1954D cent with strong strike quality, original luster, and pleasing color can still be challenging despite the large mintage. Another area of interest is long-term market behavior. Over decades, common-date wheat cents like the 1954D have shown slow but steady appreciation in higher grades. While circulated examples remain inexpensive, certified mint state coins, especially those graded Mississippi 65 and above, have become increasingly desirable as more coins are permanently placed into collections. This gradual reduction in supply helps explain why high-grade examples continue to gain respect in the collector market. The global appeal of the Lincoln wheat cent should not be overlooked. Collectors outside the United States often collect wheat pennies because of their attractive design and historical significance. The 1954D cent, being affordable and widely available, is commonly traded internationally and included in world coin collections. This global interest further strengthens the coin's long-term numismatic relevance. Proper storage and preservation is especially important for a copper coin like the 1954D cent. Collectors are encouraged to store it in inert holders, away from moisture and chemicals. Importantly, cleaning the coin is strongly discouraged, as cleaning removes original surfaces and significantly reduces collector value. Even a bright-looking cleaned coin is far less desirable than an original, naturally toned example. In the broader story of U.S. coinage, the 1954D cent stands as part of the final copper-dominant era. Later decades would see changes in composition, rising metal costs, and modern minting technology. Holding a 1954D penny is therefore like holding a small piece of a bygone era, when coins were heavier, richer in metal, and deeply connected to traditional American symbolism. The 1954D 1 cent may appear simple at first glance, but its depth increases with study. It teaches lessons about history, economics, metallurgy, art, and collecting philosophy. Whether examined under magnification, placed into an album, or passed down through generations, this coin continues to fulfill its role not only as money of the past but as a lasting educational and cultural artifact. Looking even deeper, the 1954D Lincoln wheat cent provides insight into how everyday coins silently recorded the economic habits of a nation. During the 1950s, the penny had real purchasing power, commonly used for candy, newspapers, postage, and public transport. Because of this constant handling, most 1954D cents entered circulation immediately and experienced years of wear. This explains why sharply struck, well-preserved examples are far less common today than raw mintage figures suggest. Each surviving coin carries invisible marks of countless exchanges, reflecting the rhythm of daily American life in the mid-20th century. Another important dimension of the 1954D cent is its role in family inheritance and generational collecting. Many people inherited jars or albums of wheat pennies from parents or grandparents, often including several examples from the early 1950s. The 1954D penny frequently appears in such collections, acting as a bridge between generations. Even when its monetary value is modest, its sentimental value can be very high, reminding collectors that numismatics is not only about rarity but also about memory and continuity. The coin is also significant in the study of mint technology evolution. By 1954, the U.S. Mint had refined its coining presses to produce large quantities efficiently, yet inconsistencies still occurred. Slight variations in strike pressure, planchet quality, and die alignment resulted in subtle differences among individual coins. Advanced collectors examine these variations under magnification, studying strike sharpness on Lincoln's jawline or the separation of wheat lines on the reverse. Such analysis transforms a common coin into a subject of serious technical study. In the context of copper economics, the 1954D cent represents a time when the intrinsic metal value of the penny was far below its face value, making copper's cents economically practical. Decades later, rising copper prices changed how people viewed older pennies, leading many to save wheat cents in bulk. This shift in perception increased awareness of coins like the 1954D and contributed to their preservation, especially in uncirculated rolls that occasionally surface today. The aesthetic qualities of the 1954D cent also deserve attention. When well preserved, the coin can display warm red or red-brown tones with smooth, even luster. Some examples develop attractive natural toning that enhances their visual appeal. Collectors often prefer such original surfaces over artificially brightened coins, recognizing that natural aging adds character and authenticity. This appreciation of originality is a core principle of advanced coin collecting. From a registry set perspective, the 1954 D cent becomes surprisingly competitive. Collectors striving to build top-ranked Lincoln wheat cent sets must locate examples with exceptional strike, color, and surface quality. In these higher grades, the coin transitions from common to challenging, proving that scarcity often depends more on condition than on original mintage numbers. This concept is fundamental to modern numismatics and is clearly illustrated by the 1954 D cent. The coin also helps illustrate the transition in American design philosophy. The wheat reverse, used during the 1954 D issue, emphasized agriculture and tradition. Just a few years later, the Lincoln Memorial reverse introduced a more architectural and modern theme. Studying the 1954 D cent alongside later issues allows collectors to observe how national values and artistic preferences gradually evolved. In academic and museum contexts, the 1954 D penny is sometimes used as a reference coin to demonstrate mid-century mint standards. Because so many examples exist, curators and educators can safely use it for handling demonstrations without risking rare artifacts. This practical use further strengthens the coin's role as an educational tool. Ultimately, the 1954 D1 cent proves that a coin does not need extreme rarity to be meaningful. Its importance lies in its ability to tell multiple stories about history, technology, economy, art, and human experience. Each surviving piece is a quiet witness to the era that produced it, and together they form a rich tapestry of American monetary heritage.